Welcome inside another edition of the Neishloss Podcast, presented by Neishloss and Fleming. I'm your host, Mike Asti, and on this edition of the show, unfortunately, my guest and I are not going to be joining barbecue. We're not going to be enjoying barbecue like we were when we met in person, but we're nonetheless going to be talking about Medicare, talking about Aetna in Eastern Pennsylvania. So our neighbors there to the east where we are right now on the west. And I am going to have that conversation with Chris DeMeo, who is the sales director for Eastern PA and Delaware with Aetna. Chris, thanks for joining me. And yeah, we're not in person enjoying barbecue. We're not seeing you dressed up in different costumes that'll eventually be on this channel as well here in our office. Happy to have met you in person for sure, but definitely appreciate you doing this for us as well.
You as well, Mike. And I have to tell you that Aetna does encourage me to keep the costumes at a minimum when I'm recording live. And I'll tell you that with or without barbecue,
right,
it's a pleasure to spend time with you and the rest of our friends at Neishloss. So thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here today.
We're happy to have you. It's always better with barbecue, though. So maybe it's always better with barbecue.
Life is always better with barbecue.
Life is always better with barbecue.
Things are better with sauce.
Absolutely, yes. Life is better with sauce. Life is better with barbecue. And if you are in need of a Medicare plan, life can be better with Aetna as well. See how I segued there again? Chris DeMeo here joining me.
Beautiful segue.
To talk Aetna and
Aetna and sauce.
Aetna and sauce, right. Maybe that'll be the headline of the show, Aetna and sauce. In Eastern Pennsylvania. Chris DeMeo, sales director there with Eastern Pennsylvania and Delaware as well, which may be a tease for a future program. Joining me here on the show, I want to remind you guys, bottom of this video, hit that subscribe button. It'll help us get all of our content to you. You'll get a notification whenever you get notified about something uploaded here on this channel, whether it be one of these podcasts, whether it be Senior Moment, where we kind of get funny and funky and still try to teach you Medicare, or maybe it's Bill Caray's Near and Far. Also find us on social, LinkedIn, Facebook, even Instagram, at Neishloss_Fleming there. So Chris, to jump into things here, Eastern Pennsylvania has a lot of opportunities for insurance agents, to say the very least. And Aetna is a carrier that's been around a while. It does have that name brand recognition. But why would you say agents still love working with Aetna, and why consumers still love choosing Aetna regardless of just that strong brand name? Because as we all know, that only takes you so far.
Absolutely, Mike. And again, thanks for the opportunity. I think there's lots of reasons why people have chosen Aetna. There's lots of reasons why Aetna has been the number one plan across Pennsylvania for so many years. But I think the key word, if we were just to say, if we could sum it up easily, it would be portfolio. One of the great things about Aetna, and one of the reasons that when I was an independent broker, I chose Aetna a lot. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons I was thrilled to come work with Aetna is just the fact that we have such a strong portfolio of products. And you'll hear me say this more than once. Oftentimes, and in many cases, we want people to say, it's not about whether or not I'm going to choose Aetna. It's about which Aetna plan is going to be best for my clients.
Yeah.
Okay. And we say that, and it's a little bit tongue in cheek, but we mean it too. And in many cases, it does work that way. So when we talk about a portfolio, just lots of great PPO options throughout Eastern PA, throughout Delaware, really powerful HMO options that are just very, very benefit rich. There are prime plans for specific areas where we cater to the specific needs and specific geographies of certain people. There's a great D-SNP plan for people that need a little bit of extra help financially. And the Eagle plan, something we're really happy to lay out across the entire state this year, where it's a plan that focuses primarily on the needs of veterans. And it's just nice to get all those plans in one portfolio. So regardless of your needs, regardless of your geography, we do have plans to meet a lot of different needs across the state. And again, lots of wonderful benefits, including dental, which is a hot topic this year.
Yeah.
Everybody wants strong dental benefits. Everyone wants OTC. You know, who doesn't like getting free stuff in the mail? Who doesn't love going shopping and being able to pick stuff out and just be able to swipe their Aetna card and have it paid for? And things like hearing aids. You know, we want to make sure that people are connected to those they love. We want to make sure they're hearing all the good things in life as well as seeing them. So lots of great options with hearing aids, vision plans. And I'll say lastly, too, you talk about Aetna and consistency. We've been the number one carrier across the state of PA for quite a while, for a long time, for a reason. It's just brokers, members, individual people have just learned that they can count on Aetna for year after year consistency, that we're going to be there. We're going to have a fantastic network for people to work with. Our plans ideally get a little better and better year after year. And again, if you're a broker looking to build a book of business, looking to have business that their clients can count on for a long time, Aetna is a great choice for a lot of people.
So you're saying it's in the sauce.
It's all in the sauce.
It's in the sauce. I was waiting there. You're throwing me a softball. Yeah, it's in the sauce with Aetna there. It's more than the brand name. It is in the sauce. Chris DeMeo here, sales director with Aetna in East PA and also in Delaware. And that will allow us to get in that sauce a little bit. You highlighted it a little bit. You alluded to it a little bit. Let's dive in. Aetna has a well-developed portfolio of plans that consumers can choose from, and that's kind of an understatement. What would you say are a couple plans that really are standing out this year that you expect to experience growth that kind of stand out for you amongst this vast portfolio? Of course, you can't get to it all, but what are a couple plans that stand out for Aetna that consumers are gravitating towards right now?
Yeah, Mike, and great. And thanks for asking. And, when we talked originally, we talked about maybe picking one or two. That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
If you force me to go without barbecue, without the right answer, I would say, right off the bat, I'd say our dual eligible plans are just experiencing just fantastic, tremendous growth. And again, we offer those dual eligible plans in counties all across Pennsylvania, as well as all 3 counties in Delaware. Okay. These plans are, again, very, very benefit rich. They offer the same great network throughout Aetna, and just give everyone a little bit more of what they're looking for. As you know, people with special needs that are dual eligible have a lot of challenges. We're trying to meet those challenges with a lot of extra dental benefits. I mean, there's significant dental benefits, good hearing aid benefits. We're offering things like a healthy food card. We're offering a payment card where people can get help on their utility bills, their water, sewer, trash, electric, even their phone bill this year with plans like that. So as you can imagine, just fantastic, tremendous growth. Our Eagle plan that we talked about previously, where we cater to the specific needs of our veteran members, our heroes that stood by us for many years and did the right thing. We're trying to return the favor and do the right thing back with our veterans by giving them a lot of special benefits. These are plans too that don't have a drug plan associated with them. They're specifically for people that are getting their benefits from the VA, getting their drug benefits from the VA. On top of that, I'd say one more, and something you're going to hear more and more about, just the fact that we have a portfolio of 5-star plans across the region as well. So our Silver Plus portfolio, our Silver portfolio, our Premier portfolio are all 5-star plans, and we're looking for tremendous growth with them as well.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to mention that as well for sure here. By having 5-star plans, and this is a little bit off script, but I do want to just ask this quickly, how has that been a game changer for you in terms of the market this year with Aetna and the whole portfolio in Eastern PA? Because some of those 5-star plans were a bit of a surprise, but once they hit the market, obviously that's going to change things up a bit.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest with you, Mike, we haven't even seen the full impact of that yet. Certainly, it definitely has helped us from the standpoint of retention. I mean, if you've been in a plan for a while and you've always liked it, you've been happy with it, as many thousands of our members have, and then suddenly you realize that not only did that plan get a little better from a benefits standpoint, it's also now a 5-star plan. I mean, why choose something else when you're already in one of the best plans around? The second part of that, too, is we are looking for that to be a big play for people when they realize that the plan that they're in, if not an Aetna plan, may be a good plan, maybe has met a lot of their needs. But when they see that there are other options out there that offer a 5-star chassis, it's hard for them to pass on that. And we're really looking for good things with that plan, going into 2021 where having a 5-star plan does create an SEP for people.
Right.
If they're in a plan that's not a 5-star plan, it is something that they can join. Or even if they're in another 5-star plan and they want to see what else is available, what a different 5-star plan looks like, we have that Aetna model for them to choose.
Right. Yeah, and we actually have a show detailing exactly that and that process, and to be aware of that. That 5-star plan opportunity is a year-round thing. That's been a past show there on Near and Far here on our Neishloss and Fleming YouTube channel. Chris DeMeo here joining me as the sales director with Aetna. He focuses in Eastern Pennsylvania, our counterpart over there on the other side of PA, and also Delaware. We're talking that secret sauce, the sauce with Aetna that's allowing us still to be successful in Eastern Pennsylvania. Want to remind you again, hit that subscribe button, bottom of the video, if you like what you see in here and you want more. You get notification when anything is uploaded and released to you on this YouTube channel. Now, in looking at these plans, we're talking about that secret sauce. So what are some ingredients of that sauce that also really pop for Aetna's portfolio this year? Looking at your plans, what do you think is an attractive benefit that really stands out that agents have to discuss when they're speaking to clients?
No, great question, Mike. And on the surface, it is those extra benefits, and we're no stranger to extra benefits, and this year's no exception. We really loaded them up. We were able to give people what they're looking for. So again, lots of our plans have thousands of dollars worth of dental included in there. Our D-SNP plan has $5,000 worth of dental, $6,000 in some counties. So it's dental, it's hearing, it's the OTC benefit, it's eyeglasses in some cases. So your standard benefits, but I would have to say, if you ask me, well, that's good. There's a lot of plans with great benefits. What sets Aetna apart? Yeah. Say a couple things. Number one, again, the fact of the stability, the fact that Aetna has been consistently stable, consistently year after year, plans getting a little bit better and better. I'd have to say our broker managers throughout the state make a big difference for us. Many of our broker managers have been with us for many, many years, have just built a great reputation, a great relationship with all of their broker partners. Leadership at the top. Bob O'Connor has been with us and has been doing a great job in this market for over a decade. Don Mazza has been with us for over a decade, doing a great job. Denise King on the other side of the state has been with us for over a decade, doing a great job. Yep. Now, I personally have only been with Aetna for 2 years in this role, but I bring 12 years experience as a broker, so I do understand the specific needs of our broker partners as well. Ran some fairly significant agencies, helped people grow. So I'm the guy that's been in the field. I've sat kneecap to kneecap with mom and dad for many, many years, thousands of times, and it's still a great passion of mine. So I would say, the big thing is obviously benefits are a big deal. Understanding the needs of the brokers are a big deal. Consistency and leadership are a big deal. I'll also have to put in there too, network. I mean, the biggest question surrounding a lot of members before they choose a plan is, does my doctor take this plan? Can I go to the hospital I want? Yeah. Is this going to, am I going to be able, do I have to change, or can I keep going to the same people? And overwhelmingly with Aetna, the answer is yes. Also, little things that are a big thing. We pay very competitive, very, very fair commissions, and we pay them on time. And if there ever is a challenge, we make sure to get on that right away, because we understand how important it is that, yes, you want to do right by the clients. Yes, you want to do the right thing. Yes, you want to get people in the right plan. But at the end of the day, we all want to get paid timely, the fair amount and the right amount. And we take that seriously, and we make sure that we do that.
Yeah, and you mentioned the dental benefits earlier as well. Obviously, dental's an important. I was telling you I had a dentist appointment here before we recorded this podcast. Dental health was a big deal, and that's been beefed up in these Aetna plans as well, because your dental health can affect a lot more. It sounds crazy to say, but that can lead to heart disease, etc., if you're not taking care of your mouth. So when you look at the network, you look at those extra benefits, and the team that Chris certainly, and who he also mentioned there, Denise, Bob, met them all. We all enjoyed barbecue. Happy to meet them. They've also been a part of this YouTube channel as well. We're talking to them on other shows and other parts of this channel. that's a sound team. It's a well-rounded unit of all different kinds of experience, all different longevity of that experience. And that's what you want in a major carrier that also now has the product line for you. Chris DeMeo there, sales director with Aetna in Eastern Pennsylvania and Delaware. Now, Chris, I think we agree. Aetna brings a lot to the table, certainly in Eastern Pennsylvania. Certainly when you have a team like yours that is so well-rounded, that's going to be helping the agents. And as we mentioned, it is about helping and building those relationships. So if you take care of the clients, you build the relationships, that money will come, but it all works together. And we certainly have a great relationship with Aetna in Eastern Pennsylvania, all across the country here at Neishloss and Fleming, but nothing's perfect as well. There's always going to be some challenges or something brought up, especially now in this pandemic world where people are really diving in to making sure they have the right thing and they want to ask their friends. I think that's going on even more now than before. So in terms of selling Aetna in Eastern Pennsylvania, what would you say is still a challenge that may exist, and what advice would you offer to overcome that challenge?
Yeah, great question. And all of us that have been around, whether you've been involved in this business for this as being your first AEP or it's your 30th AEP, okay? It never gets any easier. And one of the things we like to say is, look, it's never supposed to get easier, but we do want it to get a lot more rewarding. So we want to make sure you're getting paid for your efforts. We want to make sure that you keep building your business and doing, to your point, doing the right thing is the best way to do that. But I'd have to say the biggest challenge is just the sheer competitive landscape and just the amount of information, the amount of marketing, all the things that are coming in. And, you talk about sometimes people get paralysis through analysis, meaning that there's just so many things going on. There's so many carriers saying that they're the best ones out there. There's people like Joe Namath talking about all the plans disrupting everything.
You got to trust Broadway Joe, right?
Oh, you got to trust Joe. You got to love Joe. Okay, yeah, right. For all of us. But the bottom line is, it sometimes makes it difficult for people when they're trying to do the right thing. They put people on a plan. They put a lot of thought into it, and they know they've done the right thing by the client. And then the Joe Namath commercial comes on, and people listen to their friends, and suddenly they want to change things up. And I'll say this: the people that are in touch with their clients the most have the least amount of disruption for them. Because if a client does want to make a phone call, they generally make it to the broker that they trust. But again, I'll say the biggest challenge to answer your question is just the amount of information out there, the competitive landscape. And the way we overcome that is, again, I'm going to come back to just a huge network where you're giving people what they want primarily, which is to stay with the doctor or to choose the doctor that they want. And again, having a great portfolio. So, the first choice we want to have everyone make is, look, we know we're going to choose Aetna because we know they're going to be stable. We know there's a great network. We know they're going to have outstanding benefits. We know year after year we can count on them. And again, it comes down to not whether or not I'm going to choose Aetna, but which Aetna product is going to be best for me and my clients.
I think that definitely sums it up well. And yeah, lots in this sauce with Aetna, but there's a lot of competition out there. So being able to dive through that and to make sure that your client is taken care of, it sometimes does have to deal with, now maybe more than ever before, calming their nerves when maybe they feel like a misunderstanding is out there, or there's a commercial or somebody else tells them something. So that makes it even more important to really understand the plans, understand the portfolios. We just touched on it briefly here, a Spark Notes version. Certainly contact us, certainly contact Chris and his team if you really want to dive in further, because there's a lot going on with the Aetna portfolio, but there generally speaking could be something for everyone, and it is about the plans and about the benefits. But really understanding that is very important, because you got to communicate it properly. You got to know what you're talking about when you're talking to those clients. And yeah, building that relationship will avoid any of those issues. Chris, I definitely appreciate the time. I know. I mean, we had you in here, as we said at the top. We enjoyed barbecue. We actually had you on an episode of Senior Moment. We've had a lot of relationship here with us at Neishloss and Fleming and Aetna, and that connects to what we offer at Neishloss, and that's Medicare Center as an online enrollment platform. You can look up doctors, prescription drugs, enroll someone right there, in-house graphic designer. can make business cards, postcards, even a billboard on the highway if you want it. We've had an agent do it. It can be done. We have greenhouse that can be bonus points on top of your commission. We have leads at our disposal for sure. And we have a lot else on top of all of that. We have a digital marketing company called Snoozy that can help you create a website, create social media channels, improve your digital footprint like we're doing right now. We did a past podcast on that. To learn more on that, give us a call or watch that show. We have a lot going on. We definitely appreciate our relationship with Aetna. So, Chris, I definitely appreciate the time. Any final words here? Any final words of wisdom now that you're not, about to be half asleep from all the barbecue that we were enjoying last time? Now we're full clear head. Any final words here?
No, fair enough, Mike. And I think you summed it up. And we appreciate the partnership. And if you ask me, well, why do we like working with you? I'd say, this show is a prime example of that. You guys always are trying to be good partners. You're always asking, what else can we do to help the brokers? What else can we do to help the carriers? And know that it's recognized and appreciated. And whatever we can do to help going forward, we're happy to do. But again, prime example of you guys doing the best you can to be great partners and trying to help everyone grow the business.
Definitely appreciate that. I think that definitely is our goal that we try to strive for. And I know you guys do the same thing over there at Aetna. So that'll do it for this edition of the show. Again, subscribe and help us get all of our content to you. That's Chris DeMeo, there, Sales Director with Aetna in Eastern Pennsylvania and in Delaware. For Chris, for Aetna here, and of course for all of us at Neishloss and Fleming, I'm your host, Mike Asti. Until we meet again.